Hi, YouTube family. Thanks for tuning in. I have been wanting to get the major message that God has given to me to spread worldwide. So I have been looking at the videos of people who are getting the major views. You know, like they put out a video and in 3 minutes they have 1,000 views. So I checked them out and I was like, well, what is so great about this? And unfortunately, I found a lot of these people bland, boring, in error. And I was like, well, what is the hook? What do all these viewers seem to have in common? And I also looked at my most popular video, which seems to be the subject of the narcissist. And I've got hundreds of comments and thousands of views. And I'm like, well, what up with this? And it came to me, what is the subject of the people? And the subject of the people is a fear that emanates from within. And much of that fear has to do with evil. So they go to the videos, to the presenters that are, telling them, beware this and beware that. And it's like, oh, yeah. Beware. And then they go to the videos that kind of scapegoat and like to point fingers. Yeah. It's you. Stop me. It's you. I said, Or they're trying to control witchcraft. Or they've got the fear of hell. And see, I ain't never been about fear. Even when I had something to fear, I ain't never been about fear. Okay? So, if that's what I gotta do in order to get the views so that the people can hear what God has told me to tell you, I'm not gonna deal in fear. That's it. Because it ain't in me to do. Okay? I was in witchcraft, didn't even know it, wasn't afraid, got out of it. I've had plenty enemies in life, and it has never crossed my mind that anytime I run into a problem, that somebody put witchcraft on me. Why? Because I am a person who accepts responsibility. I don't put or project blame into other people. I look for the blame to be in me. Because if it's in everybody else, I ain't got no control. And I'm all about having control, not over anybody else, but over me. So, I don't move in fear. God has not given me a spirit of fear, but a spirit of a sound mind. Okay? And so, fear really is a product of evil. The evil within. Now, I'm going to read to you something from one of my favorite authors. This book is called People of the Lie by the late psychiatrist M. Scott Peck. I did a little study on his life, and I really don't like the way he went out, the way he died. I think that Satan got a few victories here with this man. But he was a pioneer, a leader in the field of psychiatry. And he was moving toward Christ and Christianity. And he was taken out way too soon in a way too strange of a way. But just to give you some nuggets of truth from M. Scott Peck, he writes this: there is another reaction that the evil frequently engender in us. And he puts confusion. And he was so right. Okay, I believe it's in James that, where there is confusion, there is every evil work, operating. Evil and confusion go hand in hand. And then he goes, describing an encounter with an evil person. One woman wrote, "It was as if I suddenly lost my ability to think." Okay? Once again, this reaction is quite appropriate. Lies confuse. The evil are the people of the lie, deceiving others as they also build layer upon layer of self-deception. If confused in response to a patient, the therapist must wonder if this is not the result of her or his own ignorance. But it also behooves the therapist to question, could the patient be doing something to confuse me? Ah, yes, that goes on. Being a therapist, a pastoral counselor myself, that's what I have to avoid. The confusion that comes out of the client's fear of the evil within. And let's see. He writes, if the confusion can be penetrated, if the diagnosis of evil can be made, and if the therapist, knowing with what he or she is dealing, decides to attempt to relate with the evil person in a healing manner, then and only then the revulsion countertransference can and should be set aside. That's a lot of ifs. The attempt to heal the evil should not be lightly undertaken. It must be done from a position of remarkable psychological and spiritual strength. Yes, I was recently working with a person who called me for the first time, and everything was so pleasant, and we had much in common. I'm from New York City, she's from New York City, things like that. And I found out just a little. And a little bit that I found out was that she had done something that I don't judge her for. I got my own little history with this, of fearing the loss of a man and going to a root worker, a voodoo lady, a witchcraft practitioner to keep him. Now, that comes out of confusion, out of a fear of loss, out of insecurity and a lack of self-esteem, and also a desire to know the future, which comes out of fear, and a desire to want to hold on and manipulate what and who wants to go. If a man wants to go to another woman, to another man, whatever, let him go. But see, when people are confused and there is that evil within that they don't want to face, but you see, you cannot get born again until you face the evil within. The Holy Spirit, I was blind. I didn't want to face. And I was a person who never accepted blame. No, it's always your fault, not mine. And the first thing that the Lord, the Holy Spirit did was cause me, and I was very unwilling, to face the evil within. You see, the narcissist evil is clear. It's apparent. But evil is sin. And all of us have sinned, so all of us have an evil within, a darkness that we must face to be delivered from confusion and frustration and fear. So, what brings you to the evil within is not you deciding, well, I did this and I did that, and so therefore, I'm a sinner. I understand I'm a sinner. No, it doesn't go like that. You have to be surprised and shocked to see this evil within that the Lord went to the cross and died for, and took it all upon himself, not just from you, but every one of his chosen ones. He took our evil within, and in order to get rid of it, the Holy Spirit shocks us and brings about godly sorrow for God, that he would have to die like that and be separated from his Father for the evil that is within me. And I was forced to see this. An atheist, not believing in God, believing that Christ never even existed, and the Holy Spirit did it and forced me to face my evil within. And that's the only way it's going to go. More. I'm excited about this. We'll get to more.